Hey everyone, as we kick off this week, we want to be aware where we are in terms of the month of October, and there's a couple of curious things that are taking place. So we're here in the middle of October. We've got an election, a U.S. election, a few weeks away, and there's a couple things that are really interesting. First of all, the equity market, if you look at the stock index, essentially continues to push higher. And of course, we do think that makes sense given the global liquidity cycle, which we have highlighted to our clients. It's a major talking point to clients as it relates to portfolios. But this liquidity cycle, meaning liquidity going up, is also causing some really kind of interesting dynamics. First of all, we are seeing equities, or at least the S&P 500 specifically, pushing higher into an election, and that is not very normal. We typically tend to see some consolidation before an election, at least a month out. That is not yet taken place, although that certainly could start to take place. The other thing that's taken place, and that's really kind of like where our focus is right now in terms of, maybe watching for things that may not play out as people think it will in the fourth quarter. Small caps, the Russell 2000, given all that liquidity injection that we're seeing both by the Fed, the central banks around the world. We just last week had the South Korea cut rates. We had New Zealand cut rates, of course, the Fed cut rates, ECB, SNB, and of course, China stimulus. Why are small caps not able to go higher? Like, what's going on, right? Now, they still might go higher, but they're currently not breaking out higher. Again, they could, but they haven't. The fact that they haven't is the curious thing. And then last but not least, the thing that's most susceptible or most sensitive to liquidity is Bitcoin, and it's not breaking out, not yet breaking out. I will say, I do think ultimately this will resolve higher, but whether this happens this week, next month, or even next year, I don't know. And I think that is a concerning thing, or at least something to be aware of. Certainly, if this breaks out higher, if the small caps break out higher, we will want to be there and participate, but it's not yet doing so, even though the global liquidity cycle is back up. So that's something that is rather curious, and I would encourage everyone to keep an eye on. Have a good start to the week, and we'll see you in the boot camp this week.